tell him that during that back and forth during the broadcast? Or tonight.
Yes, like before the game, he was telling me like, "What you gonna do, man? You gonna get a double-double or what?" And I was like, I gotta get a double-double for you at least." And I'm happy I got one for him. So that was kind of cool, especially his last broadcasting game. Happy I was able to be a part of it, be mic'd up, be a part of the great atmosphere that the Bucks fans created for us today.
I guess it's just you have a couple of big offensive rebounds, plays that kind of keep stuff going. Just what has the glass kind of meant to you guys tonight? And I guess it's kind of been the last couple games with Giannis out.
Yeah, especially when I was at home, sitting watching the games and things, kind of got beat up on the glass a lot. So when I came back, just want to emphasize, just get on the glass, hitting hard as I can, getting hustle plays, get back to the basics. Really feel like I want to hit the glass as hard as I could, start the season off right. So try to come back with a lot more energy, a lot more pace, a lot more direction. A lot more, just attention to detail, to the smaller things, hustle plays, getting extra possessions for the team, things I used to do. Just getting back to the basics, really. Yeah.
Can you take us through that? We obviously couldn't see it live.
Yeah. Huey, man, we go way back, man, since my rookie year. I remember my first stint getting minutes with the Bulls. Obviously, as a rookie, you might not just get into the lineup like that because there's so many more guys that probably earn, more stripes or whatever the situation is. And I was on the championship team at the time with Paul Gasol, Joakim Noah, Taj Gibson. I was in like a log jam. But looking back now, it's like a blessing because I got a chance to learn different things from different guys. But I finally gained some minutes my rookie year, and it was on ESPN. We were playing like the Cavs or something. This one with Brian, K. Love, Tristan Thompson, Iman Shumpert, that group, they were all together. Playing them on there, and then I made a couple energy plays, offensive rebound, just hustle plays, and then he was talking about this guy Portis. And as a young guy, I like to go back and like listen to what the commentator was saying while I was in the game, like if I did something good or not. And then he was saying, yeah, man, this young guy Portis, man, I really like him, man. He played with his heart on his sleeve. He goes hard, man. His energy is contagious. He's gonna if I could talk to him, man, I'll tell that guy, man, take 4 minutes, turn to 8. Take 8 minutes, turn to 12. Take 12 minutes, turn to 16. And I was thinking about that the whole time my rookie year, and I'm like, and it just stayed in my head. And now looking back, I'm going to be 30 years old next year. Tomorrow. And now I'm telling all my young guys the same thing. Like, take 4 minutes, turn to 8. Take 8 minutes, turn to 12. And then, like, you'll chop wood, carry water that way. But that was my first interaction with him. And now, like, I shot him out one time last year playing the Philly in Philly. Shot him out one time. I like, that's for you, Huey, like things like that. And we just like created like a cool little bond ever since.
After that, just kind of what that means to the game.
Yeah, we always been drilling that for the last year. Especially last year was kind of new to us when he came to the team. Just guys getting, especially how high he gets trapped in the half court, and we wasn't running and executing right, especially in that Indiana series, which really opened our eyes up when Miles Turner and those guys were getting up, blitzing the pick and roll early, and we were popping instead of sitting in the pocket. We kind of picked up on that and brought it to this season, and ever since day one, it's kind of been like drill work for us. Coach drills it through practice, drills it, on film, shows us, so it can just be in our mind, just to remind us that, if our man blitzed, then that guy don't need to pop, he needs to stay in the pocket, and he needs to make the right play, right read, and it's been working for us. We get extra shots, open shot opportunities. We have a lot of good shooters on this team, so it's kind of like a.
Hubie did say on the broadcast that the bench was really dominant, and I wondered, you're so happy for Gary Trent Jr. We know what you can do bench starting, it doesn't matter, but what does he get? What does he understand about what you need to do?
Yeah, so coming off the bench is all about the energy and effort. It's all about imposing your will, coming in, stamping yourself into the game, and imposing yourself into the game, putting yourself into the game. So one thing about him, man, he's always staying ready. He was here early this morning. He was the first guy here getting shots up when I came in, was eating my little grits and eggs and things like that. I saw him walking in. He was already in a sweat. So, just kudos to him, put in the extra work. We were in the gym on Thursday when we landed in
the game tonight.
50 three-point attempts on Friday, 55 tonight.
Yeah.
That's top 3 in games this season for you guys. Just without Giannis, is that kind of what the game plan has to be?
Yeah. But, we did it for one quarter the other night, and then we got away from it. And that's why you visibly saw me. I just couldn't understand why we would go away from it for the life of me. And tonight we kept doing it, and it's really important. We have so many guys that can make shots. We should do it every night, and the better we get at it, the better we're going to be as a team.
In terms of rebounding, you won that battle tonight after been kind of a sore spot for a stretch here. Granted, about 6 of those were on one possession.
We talked about it, so I will say that. But with Giannis out, it doesn't make as much sense. But when Giannis comes back and we have those 3 bigs in, we will have a chance. Because Kuzma and Giannis have speed enough to be an offensive rebounder and get back, So I think that will help us.
Almost 44 minutes for Dame tonight. Just what kind of gave you the confidence to got it?
Wanted to take them out. Their little traps kept them to 10. That's why it was a little.
Has that been? And,
it's big. Without Giannis, who was our best rebounder, we take a big hit there. Bobby's been unbelievable. Kuz helps in that area as well. But we really focus on getting our guards in there as well. So I thought our guards did a good job tonight.
Just how well has Kuzma kind of fit in? I know you haven't had a whole lot of practice time, if any, since the trade. How have he kind of fit into
Yeah,
the
he's easy to fit in, but I will say there's so many plays like tonight visually. You could see things developing, and you would say, I wish he knew the play. Gosh, this would be great, but he didn't know the play. And so that's going to take a minute. We're not going to overload him. We want him to stay being an athlete because that's more important. I thought, first of all, I told Dame that he needs to be an aggressive scorer and an aggressive playmaker. And that's a hard thing to do. And I thought he did that tonight. I thought his downhill attacks to create another buckets were great, and then that led him to his shooting. I thought Kuz did the same thing. I have a favorite play in the game. Kuz gets a rebound and breaks out with pace, throws it to Bobby, dives. Bobby gets. That's the pace that Kuz can create for us. So those 2 things stood out to me.
Just kind of the decisions from the trigger men once they get the ball from Dame. It felt like everyone was kind of making the right pass. You're having those moments.
I think Kuz had the one where he faked and threw it to the corner. We drilled it, and today we did it. Just the game, yeah. But I think they both will be playing in the near future, like maybe tomorrow.
First quarter, you had, I believe it was 10 assists on 15 made shots.
Yeah.
Was that something you were looking to establish right away, like ball movement?
Yeah. The other night in the first quarter, I think we started out with 1 pass, 0, 0, 0, 0 passes. And then the second quarter, 4 passes, 5 passes. And I showed all the plays right before the game with all the passing. Subliminal message. Wasn't that subliminal, But when we do it, it just leads to good things.
And in the walkthrough or practices you've had since Kuzma has been here, has there been added emphasis on specifically rebounding, offensive rebounding? You had a season high 19 today.
I think